So there's been lots of incredible things coming out of Comic-Con this weekend, and one of those awesome things is Stranger Things Season 2 trailer. They have definitely come back with a bang, so here is my breakdown of the trailer and potentially things you missed. Opening on the familiar gang from the first season heading to a local games hangout to play Dragon's Lair. It's all fun and games, literally, until something catches Will's attention. As he notices it, he turns to call to his friends to see if they saw it too, presumably, and then he's back in the Upside Down. This is something we had got from the end of the first season. Will appears to be now connected to this place somehow, and it's likely to do with the length of time he spent there, the slug-like creatures he vomited, or potentially something the Demogorgon did to him whilst he was out there. Either way, he walks outside, begins to notice the terrifying Thessal Hydra in the distance, and in true Sauron Lord of the Rings fashion, it turns its gaze directly onto Will. Before anything can happen, he's pulled back into the real world by Mike. It's as if Will's consciousness is divided between the worlds. He's able to be in both simultaneously. We hear Chief Hopper comment on how nothing is going to go back to the way it was, not really. We then hear Will comment on what he's seen as we see him strapped in some medical apparatus with his mother and a doctor whilst being watched over on CCTV. So potentially the government facility raising its head once more. We cut away to a row of people with headphones on, one has a puff of smoke, so this potentially could be Chief Hopper, but it's merely speculation. It looks as if these people are monitoring the town's phone lines, but again, speculation there. As it's taking place around Halloween, we see the pumpkin patches, but all the harvest is rotten, either a sign of the town coexisting with the Upside Down and the place rotting the area, or maybe a creature that has come into the real world. The trailer moves up a notch as we see Will pleading with his mother that he has seen things, felt it everywhere. Again, another sign that potentially he is now connected to the Upside Down in some large way. Flash to this scene, we see the lights flashing erratically like we did in the first season, a sign of some activity within the Upside Down. If you note the door, and obviously the fact it's high-end technology, it's quite likely this is within the facility again. Maybe a monitoring room of some kind, but monitoring what? We see a trail of blood as Dustin appears looking at it. This, I think, is likely to either be Will or Eleven back from the Upside Down. We see Chief Hopper closing in on what he's apparently tracking, more than likely either Eleven or some upside down creature of some kind. We know he's working on something for the government, but what? Then we start to get signs of Eleven again. We see Mike saying that sometimes he feels like he still sees her. Dustin approaches a bin, and then we see the gang apparently trapped something in their Ghostbuster portable ecto containment unit, which when it opens, we have a new member of the gang with them. I'd initially thought this was Nancy, but it doesn't look like her to me. Either way, I speculate that this strange goings on is likely Eleven trying to communicate with them from the Upside Down. Again, Chief Hopper investigating things. We see slime on trees. This is more signs that the Upside Down is encroaching on the real world. And then flash cut to this scene. More kind of gateway-like structures being looked at by Nancy and Jonathan. Then Will drawing hundreds of pictures connected, a spider's web-like design. We hear Will speaking with his mother. What does it want? Not me. Everybody else. So does this mean that the creature already has what it wants with Will, or perhaps that when he was in the Upside Down for that length of time he's now too damaged or changed for whatever the Thessal Hydra has planned? This in particular is an interesting shot. The man with the flamethrower, definitely a creature of some kind. We can see it flapping and writhing in pain, but not overly sure, and I can't really make out what it is. But again, it's just more signs that the Upside Down is continuing to connect and send forth Lovecraft-esque creatures. We see Will in another catatonic state with his mother and his friends, cutscene to Chief in some hive-style structure, which we then see the gang in as well. Maybe they are in search of Eleven. And then we see what Will was drawing, this interconnected root-like structure down this corridor and dark mist chasing him. This looks to be in the school, potentially anyway. Then Mike talking to Eleven, if you're out there, please just give me a sign. And there she is, alive, I guess, in the school where she killed the Demogorgon. As she walks terrified down the hallways, she finds a gateway into our world again. So this scene is potentially directly after the end of the first season. She died, but essentially all that happened was she was transported to the Upside Down as a guess anyway. And that's when the trailer finishes. Netflix have been doing some incredible work lately, and I think their flagship, which will be for a long time, is Stranger Things. Beautiful and creepy, nostalgia-filled sci-fi. Have you seen this trailer yet? I know I'm a little bit behind, which I can only apologise for. I went away for the weekend, so I'm catching up on things now. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section though, as I'd be really keen to hear if this has you excited for the upcoming second season. If you're new to the channel and you haven't done so already, then hit the subscribe button to stay notified of all future updates. If you did enjoy this video and you think it deserves it, then hit that like button as it does help the channel out. I've been Mr. H, and until next time, I'll catch you in the comment section.